is good, you? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be talking about the new agendas that did come out in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM, or should I just say the new players that came out. Obviously, in the same face, new place drop. Here's what came out. Okay, we got the Rubies, Chris Paul, Dillon Brooks, John Collins, Sapphires, Marcus Smart, Jordan Poole, Grant Williams, with obviously the Emeralds in here as well. Now, important to note, all of those players are available through the agendas as well, so that is a massive W for people like me who don't really love spending money on the game. You can get them directly through the agenda. So for the Emeralds, I would say Eric Gordon's not very good. I just got this done with Kyrie Irving. Naturally, I didn't really do it on purpose, but I did add him to the squad. As far as Max Strus, KP, these are easy enough challenges to do. If you want to get them for collector level or even this series 1 pack, you can definitely do it. Do I recommend it? Again, that's totally up to you. I mean, again, it's not going to be super complicated to do. So if you want to do what you got to do, man, I don't hate it, but I don't love any of these Emerald cards. I do think Kristaps probably is the best Emerald. So like if you are no money spent just starting the year out, Kristaps Porzingis definitely could help you and your squad out. Now, for the Sapphires, look, I wanted Marcus Smart to be absolutely elite. The problem is, I don't think he is absolutely elite, okay? Yeah, he is, but he's not point guard, okay? He is a shooting guard small forward. And at the shooting guard small forward position, I have a really hard time seeing Marcus Smart get any minutes for me. So that's the hard part I have with it. Here for Jordan Poole, attempt 16 3-pointers and scored 31 points with a player in a game. You can do that in basically any game mode that is long enough. You could even do it in, let's say, like clutch time offline if you really wanted to. It's not going to be super hard to do. Could do that in, again, one game. And then for Grant Williams, 15 rebounds with power forwards over clutch time offline or clutch time online games. Again, you can get that done just as you are going. So, I mean, yeah, good grammar here. Attempt 16 3-pointers and scored 31 points with a player game. Like, I mean, 2K, can we fix our grammar before we release these to the general public? I mean, what are we doing? But then the Rubies. Here's really what you're looking at for the Rubies. Dillon Brooks, I've actually got 2 of these already done. Again, just by playing the game, naturally I got 2 of them done. Last one, 20 assists with Rockets players over multiple games. That's going to be a really easy challenge to get done. So I'm going to get Dillon Brooks within, I don't know, 15 minutes to add to the squad. Other one is get 1 steal and make 2 3-pointers with a player in a game, and then score 15 points with small forward players over multiple multiplayer games. So again, really easy challenges to get done. And again, I'm only 1 challenge away from getting Dillon Brooks. Does Dillon Brooks have a spot on the squad? Probably not, but I'm gonna at least try him out. I'm gonna give him that opportunity to see how good he is and see if he can find a spot on my squad. Now, for John Collins, honestly, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even really recommend getting John Collins. The card absolutely sucks, but it is really easy to get done. Again, 15 points power forwards over multiple multiplayer games, easy to do. 30 points in the paint with Jazz players, really easy to do. And then 6 rebounds and 1 dunk with a player in a game, really easy to do. You can probably combo these 2 challenges up as you do go through him, and then again, get that done really quickly. Chris Paul, I don't even think Chris Paul is that bad, okay? So I've been kind of hating on Chris Paul all day. He's not good. He's not going to play. He's not probably a top 5 point guard. I don't think he's that bad. If you are nobody spent, it might be worth your time to do. 30 points and 10 assists with a player, that's not an easy challenge to do. 20 assists with Warriors over multiple games, relatively easy to do. And then 7 layups with point guards over multiple multiplayer games. Not super hard to do. You could probably get this done in like 30 minutes or so with Chris Paul. But again, do I think Chris Paul is ultimately worth doing? Probably not. So, questions. Who am I going to grind out today? I'll probably grind each and every one of these Emeralds just because I want that Series 1 pack. And I do like seeing my collector level go up. So that's kind of partly why I'm going to grind these Emeralds. These are really easy challenges. As far as the Sapphires, the only one I'm really focused on is Marcus Smart. But again, I don't really even have to be focused on the Marcus Smart challenge. 5 steals over multiple games. If you just play 2K, it's going to happen naturally. Whether you do play offline, online, it doesn't matter. Marcus Smart is, again, going to just happen naturally. And then for the Rubies, I'm focused on Dillon Brooks as well as Chris Paul. Dillon Brooks, again, all I've got to do is 20 assists with Rockets players. And I've got some Rockets players in my collection. If you're wondering, Ty, how did you get Rockets players? Well, for me, it was easy, right? I got the Rockets players for grinding last week's Tuesday challenges. So I got Cam Whitmore, I got Jabari Smith Jr., who I can take into basically any game mode, no matter what it is, whether it's clutch time, offline, whatever it is, and get assists with them in general. So that's going to be a really easy challenge to get done as well. So 20 assists, and then again, if I want to start working on Chris Paul, maybe I combo those assists up with the point guard layups, or maybe I combo those assists up with the Celtics players over multiple games, or even this might make 9 3-pointers with small forwards. Whatever you guys do want to do, that is something I would suggest. Or maybe I go into, let's say, a clutch time offline game, and I get assists with Jabari Smith Jr. and attempt a ton of threes with, let's say, a Kyrie Irving and score 31 points with him as well. Or maybe I just do it with Matt Barnes, who is a small forward. Again, there's so many different ways you guys can go about comboing things up. It's just a matter of what you guys want to do. So, I mean, again, if you want to do it with small forwards, with Celtics players, maybe you want to use a guy, let's say like Jordan Walsh, right? You're going to have to chuck a bunch of threes with Jordan Walsh, but it probably won't be super difficult to do. So that's probably my approach to it. Going to take Jordan Walsh in here to clutch time online. Going to have to obviously shoot pretty well with him, but I can get a lot done with that. Would I really focus on going out of your way to complete any of these agendas? Probably not. If you wanted to, the only one I would really focus on is Dillon Brooks. Again, I'll be uploading a gameplay of Dillon Brooks later so you guys can see how good he truly is. If he is worth you guys picking up for you and your specific squad. But again, I do think Dillon Brooks is going to be really solid in my team. And to get him, it's basically like a 15-minute grind, which again, you can just basically, again, you're going to make MT while grinding the game. You're going to get rewarded. And that's something like when I'm grinding challenges, I like, right? I know that you'll get rewarded by just playing the game. And I think that is super, super important in general. So that's kind of what I recommend you guys doing today. There's nothing too crazy. Like if you look at last week's summer standouts where you had Jordan Walsh, who was absolutely elite. You had even Jabari Smith Jr., Cam Whitmore. You had 3 absolutely elite players to add to your squad. This week, completely different. You got one pretty solid player in Dillon Brooks. And then you got some okay guys that you guys can add to your squad, but not guys that I'm like super high on or guys that I'm like, wow, this card is definitely a guy you need to add to your squad. Ultimately, use cards you have fun with. If you want to have fun with Chris Paul, John Collins, and you want to get all these cards, do what you got to do. I would try to combine some challenges on your way though. So for me, heading into clutch time online with obviously Jabari Smith Jr. at the power forward position, gonna get assists with him, and then I'm gonna try to combine that with Jordan Walsh 3-pointers. I don't know how well that's gonna work. That's gonna wrap it up for our video, guys. Drop a like on it, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.